It's day number 182. I'm completely oily because I put some coconut oil all over my body and my hair because my hair has so much breakage. It's insanity. I never had that before. It's still from the medication, so yeah, it's not. My hair is not really feeling well. Let's say it like that. But I'm now in Belgrade. Tomorrow I do have the appointment with the last of my 40 doctors to do the last thing that's on my list to heal, to hopefully recover soon. If you're new here, I almost every day posted besides the last couple of days because now for 1 month I was also looking into whole body MRIs, all blood works, ultrasounds, 40 doctors, searching for some answers. A lot of things came up since 2019. I do have MS, was in a wheelchair, I had a lot of troubles, and Carnivore showed amazing results. So that's the shortcut. And now the only thing that is left for me to do is to take out breast implants that I had since I'm 19. And that's now I just flew to Belgrade because I got some contact here to a doctor that's hopefully good. It seems like she is, because it's a very dangerous procedure to take the capsule also out. And one thing that I will always be shocked, that over my research I found hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women who had this breast implant illness, and that was causing so many things like lupus, Hashimoto, other autoimmune diseases. I didn't stumble on anyone who had MS, but your body is having an autoimmune reaction to the implants. That's why it's creating the capsules around it. So from a logical perspective, it makes sense that your body is having autoimmune reactions and also causing autoimmune diseases from that, from this perspective. And I don't know why this is not something that is more aware of, and that people don't know that, because we are talking about things that cause you to be in the hospital all the time, to have pain which you can't identify. Some people had, and some of the women, they had a lot of stuff like suddenly allergies to certain kind of foods, extremely back pains, sleeping not at all, breathing problems, a lot of them, because this capsule, it's not about the weight. And because of corona, people sometimes think, oh, I can't breathe because of corona, but maybe this is also not the case. And I'm just shocked that now this is like everybody has it, and especially young women like I was. This is now just a common thing to go a little bit Botox here, go have a little bit hyaluron there, go have a little bit of BBLs and breast implants and this and that done. And it's just insanity. It's really insanity. And it's made listen to, oh, that's so easy. And I can tell you, when I was 19, that was peer pressure, because everybody's had it then, from the crowd I was in at the time, and they had contact to the surgeon and they gave it 50% off. Oh, 19, 15% off? I had money. I worked my ass off in a bar. I was, serving drinks. I spent my time flyering for different events. I was doing a lot of things as a waitress, so I had money saved, and I thought, wow, that's a one chance I have. And I have always struggled with small breasts. Oh, that's gonna be so amazing, because she told me how great it is, and how easy it is. And it is, in one case, to put it in, even to put it out. But the problem is, what nobody's telling you, that the whole capsule that your body is creating to protect you, has to go out as well. And this one can be extremely dangerous. It can puncture your lungs while removing, and it can cause a lot of things. And tomorrow I'm gonna hopefully have more information as well from the doctors how it's gonna go, and I want to do it maybe in November, December. I thought maybe doing it next year, but I think that I have a very time sensitive issues with also the pre-cancer and if something happens after day 6 months, they said I would not forgive myself not removing them as early as possible. So it has to be when it's a little bit colder outside, when I know at work everything is going to be a little bit settled as well, because then people are just on holidays and I can manage to do so, and have to figure out how this works. But I felt the whole day, I felt so happy just being here, knowing in my guts that this is the right decision. Whatever happens, I need to put them out. I need everything that doesn't belong in my body to put it out. All the toxins, all the chemistry, all the medication. I stopped using the medication in February, and I can't thank God more for my decision not going against my doctor, going against all the pressure that were putting on me to use medication that will even develop this cancer that's already, having some showed up, pre-cancer things. I would always think that the medication was causing that, or just making speed up. It's just the insanity of this whole medical procedures, health issues, things that are normalized, that are not normal, that are just crazy, that this is now a thing that, it's just crazy. And I talked about it before, about this whole woke culture. It's not about girls feeling like boys and boys feeling like girls. It's about the procedures, the medication that they're putting on. And it devastates me. It devastates me from this perspective that this is so normalized. This shouldn't be normalized, because it's not about only the mental health. It's about what's going to happen to you if you put all this medication into your body, if you're going to change all this thing on your body. This is going to make you suffer maybe for years and years and years, and you don't even know it, because I didn't know it. 19, now I'm 35. Now I'm getting to know why my body is failing me, and this may be one of the main reasons, because I did every test possible on this planet. I did it, and nothing particular besides my MS showed up. And I told them, I know it's not my MS, and my MS is just another symptom from something my body is fighting against. And they were like, no. So we will see. I am the living proof, with a lot of proof in my hand, which is black and white. All these tests that cost thousands and thousands of euros that most of people do not put in to have them. I do, because that's my only hobby I'm having. So I'm putting all my investments where I'm going to work my ass off in an IT company to put this money into my health. And I am an IT person. I collect data, I analyze data. I want to have proof. I am not somebody that's just fantasizing and theoretical, listening to something that's just can be everything and nothing. I want to see it. I want to feel it. And that's one of the most important part for me as well. When I get them out, I want to have them in my hands. I want to have the capsule in my hand. I want to see that. Are they complete? Are they white? Does something happen? Is there something toxic going on? How do I feel after as well? And everything that's going on in my body. And I have all the MRIs from 6 months every year since 2019 to see how my lesions grow and get worse and worse and worse. And they were saying, no, you're gonna end up, killing kids, they told me, because in the car your leg's gonna stop, and you're gonna end up in a wheelchair again. And would you like to do that to your son as a single mom? I heard so many crappy things from doctors. You have no idea. Even the kid's doctor for my son told me to kill my dog. He told me to kill my dog because I'm killing my son because he has asthma. My son is completely fine. My son is so fine. When I took him off this medication and we were really focusing on the right nutrition, and suddenly he didn't cough anymore. So the only time he was coughing it when he was somewhere where there are no dogs, there are no cats. It's just maybe, I don't know what it was, what's there, or what he's allergic to. But this doctor told in front of my son, just remove the collar of your dog in the middle of a highway. And he was smiling at me. And I was looking at him and I said, what do you mean? And he was, just do it. You know what I mean. My son was looking at me and he said, does he mean to kill our dog? And I said, yeah, I think that's exactly what he said. And my son started crying. And that's what we're dealing in health institution, medical institution. And I told you in previous videos, if you look that up, all these crappy doctors and what they were saying to me and how they were acting around me. And I'm an educated person and they see my job as well. So they should have even one kind of communicational respect for me. I know that sounds a little bit arrogant, but that's not what I mean, because sometimes you think people act around other people like this way when they think they're maybe not educated enough. But to have these situations, it's crazy. It's crazy. And we are talking about people that a lot of them, a lot of doctors, unfortunately, I know personally. And they are different. There are many who are very, very different as soon as they experience themselves that they got sick at some point. That's the difference. And as soon as they got sick themselves, they changed their perspective about medication. Very interesting. Happens. Some of the doctors I was spending time with, we went to parties, they were doing cocaine. And the next day, they went to surgery. Still on them. And I was like, didn't you just abuse basically everything that they offered you here? Yeah. Why? I said, don't you just now go and have received a surgery on a person? Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine, I'm used to it. And I said, that's what most of the doctors do because they cannot handle the stress, the emotional situations they're in with people dying as well, and all the working hours. I said, okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. My grandmother studied. She's a professor, or she was, sorry, she died, but she was a professor for mathematics. And some of the people who then after started studying to become a doctor who started studying with her, she said she would never, when she was alive, she said, I would never go to a doctor. I'd always ask her why. And she said, because I know what they did when we studied together, and they're just idiots. So it's not all of them, as I said. I do know a lot of them who are smart, especially in Bosnia, who is like a little bit crazy, easy, cheesy, breezy. A lot of them were so open-minded about carnivore, about the vaccine things and so on. So there are also other sides, but what I want to say is just the world is so messed up. And the more I look into things since I'm carnivore, the more I'm just shocked how this is possible. And it's humans, so I do understand that from a human perspective, but all these nutrition and guidelines, and I don't even talk about, veganism or carnivore or whatever. I'm just talking about common sense that we all have in common, which is don't put chemical shit in our food. And Sean Baker, showed also the pictures from what is allowed in the US in certain kind of foods and what's in the UK and so on. And even have that, I don't understand how this can be even legal, possible, that all these institutions just close their eyes. And me right now, something completely off topic, since I am in IT, and we also deal with cybersecurity attacks and a lot of with AI. So I was just watching channel is called Scammers Payback, I think. Amazing channel, totally recommend that. And they were scamming for over a year. They were looking into scammers for over a year, and in India, and they were reporting it to the US government, and they were reporting it to the government there, and so on, and they were not doing anything, and they were so persistent, collecting everything they needed. And it's just look it up. I cried watching that. They scammed so many people for the money, and then in the end it was corruption, and in the police and the government, it was just they have been paying them to look away and to tell them, and if somebody is trying to arrest them. And I think if you look into real deep into this whole FDA things and what's allowed, the same thing with the breast implants, they put a petition out which was signed by all these women, and still all these breast implants are still a thing. And it's not something that's, it's just something that became like, oh, let's go for a coffee, oh, let's go for a little bit Botox, oh, let's go for a little bit breast implants, honey, just tomorrow, let's just get there. Or there are, I think the worst thing that I saw was a menu card and an old overprice, like a package price, if you want to change your gender from woman to man, and what kind of surgeries it will contain. And it shocks me every time, and it's getting under my skin right now, looking so many things up and seeing all these awful things that are happening in this world, and this corruption and this scammings, and this also these nutritional things that are going on. And they, after the Olympics, with forcing people to eat vegan and so on, it's so wrong. It's so wrong. And all these people fighting each other is just, besides collecting their power to fight these idiots and these institutions. And that's why I always love this whole cyber hacker guys, I would say white hackers, they used to call them, if they help to, we have that in our company. It's like when you hack something to show this person how it can be hacked. But on the other hand, to have people who can hack into a certain kind of institution and to show what's really going on behind the scenes and who's paying them off, that would be like the gold nugget that I wish, and I would like to just create a story about it, how the world will look like if we have some kind of AI generated cyber hacker who will just openly show on every device, that's my dream, show on every device who is a scammer or who is somebody that got money and is bought, and to pay a study, and to show all these crappy things that are just going on. That would be honestly my dream. So if I would have a superpower, I would be a not traceable hacker and just collect and show all these people who receive money from people's health, and especially in this whole beauty, pharmacy industry, nutritional industry. It's just crazy. So I will update you tomorrow as soon as I had my appointment, and then I will fly back tomorrow. Then we will drive back, so it's a long day tomorrow. So maybe the next day I will then make a video when I'm at home. I hope you feel safe and stay safe, and I need to collect myself. I will do some Joe Dispenza's meditation because that really helps me. Don't know why, really found him annoying, and I was giggling all the time when he's speaking, but somehow it helps me. It also helped my mom, so I can totally recommend just do his 10-15 minutes meditation on YouTube and see what this does for you. But don't laugh about him sometimes, and just really try to get into the mood. And just then to get out, zoom out. So hope you're feeling fine, and have some hugs and kisses, and you will hear from me soon. Bye.